I can't do it with Friday on in the background. I just can't. Because Friday is really my shit. Let me start over. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Trinity Andrea, and I'm back with another video. Okay, so today's video, we doing a story time. I don't know why that's so funny to me. We doing a story time of how I found out I was pregnant and my baby daddy's reaction when I told him. We're just gonna get right into the video. I'm just gonna jump right into the story time. I don't know why it's so funny. It's funny now, like looking back on it, but at first, it wasn't funny, okay? It was not funny. It was not a funny situation. But let me see where I'm gonna start. Let me see where I'm gonna start. So, okay, so before I was actually pregnant, I had a scare, like a pregnancy scare, probably like a month or two before I was like actually pregnant or whatever. And I had went to Dollar Tree and bought them little dollar pregnancy tests that the doctors be using, because I hear them the most accurate ones, to keep it real with you. They use them in the doctor's offices. So I was on birth control. I was on the pill for the longest time, and something happened with my insurance and they won't gonna provide me, they won't gonna pay for the pill no more. But I'm on my mom's insurance, so it's not like I can just call up the insurance company and be like, yo, what's up, you know? Like, I don't know. It was just something with the birth control, and I could not get my birth control the month that I had went in there to get it. And I feel like birth control should be free anyways, but we ain't even gonna get into that. That's a whole nother topic. When my insurance stopped paying for the birth control, it's not like I was just gonna not be on birth control, but it was just like a time where I wasn't, you know, and I didn't know how long it took for birth control to like completely clear out your system before, you know, you're able to get pregnant. Cause you know, it take a while. Like, you're not just gonna miss birth control for a few days and then get pregnant. Like, it's not gonna work like that, especially when you've been on it, constantly. I was on the pill every single day. So I had missed it or whatever, and I had missed it for a while. And my period was irregular, which can be like a side effect when you're on birth control and then you get off of it. Like, your period, it takes a while for it to, you know, get back normal, like get back right, you know, because all the, you know, what the fuck. And my period was just acting funny. It won't come in. At least it won't come in yet. It was coming, but it was like real late, like coming. So I had took a pregnancy test and it came back negative. And I don't know, my baby daddy was scared. He was scared. I was scared too though, because I met my baby daddy when I was what, 20? And he was 23. I'm 22, he's 25 now. We was just both scared, and we hadn't been talking for that long, so we was just scared. But I wasn't pregnant, so I was relieved. Kept trying to get back on birth control, kept trying to get my birth control back, Shit just wasn't working out, like, with the birth control or whatever. Now, me and my baby daddy, we did use condoms. Sometimes, you know, we use them sometimes, but not like all the time. But it's not like we was just all the time not using them. So it's like the few times that we didn't use them, one of those times got me pregnant. So how I found out I was actually pregnant, I was just living my life, okay? I was living my life, doing my thing, living my best life. I was glowing, looking beautiful, skin was looking beautiful, hair was looking great. My grandma, she had came down here from my hometown because she don't stay in Charlotte. She had came up here and she was like, Trin, you look beautiful, girl. She was like, your skin look beautiful. She was like, you look good, your hair looks shiny and growing. She was like, you pregnant? And I said, Grandma, no. That's exactly what I said. This probably like 2 weeks before I found out I was actually pregnant. My grandma was like, well, I'm having dreams about fish, and then you come in here and your skin glowing and all this extra stuff. I said, Grandma, no. I said, you better check AJ, okay? Because which is my little brother. He's at college. I said, you better check him. Ask him. Because me, I'm the fine auntie that's going to travel the world with no kids, okay? I was always the type to say, I wasn't going to have kids. I wasn't going to have kids. Well, it's not that I wasn't going to have kids, but I wasn't going to have kids right now. I said that I was going to wait until I was at least 25 before I try and have my first child or whatever. My grandma was like, okay, I've been having dreams about fish. My grandma running her mouth. I said, well, wrong person, not me, okay? So, it didn't even stick with me, okay? My grandma always talking about she be dreaming about some fish, okay? She always be trying to jinx. I think she be trying to jinx, okay? So, when she was like, yeah, Tran, I had a feeling. It didn't even cross my mind. It ain't stick with me, nothing like that. I just, you know, went on about my day. Ain't even think about it. So I'm living my life, do what I do, going to work, making my money, happy, skin clear. I ain't having no type of breakouts. My hair is looking like, my hair texture was changing so much, and I didn't even like realize that. I just thought I was just taking good care of my hair, I guess. Like, I have 4C hair. I still do have 4C hair, but it's softer now. It's not as hard as it used to be. So I was like, okay, you know, all these little self-cares, you know, treatments, okay, taking time for myself is really paying off. So I go to the store or whatever, and I buy pads, just like every woman has to do, because my period is on time every month, okay? I have a little period tracking app, and every time that app says my period is about to start, my period starts on that day. So I'm very like in tune with my body. I know when stuff is off. I know when like I need to detox, or I know when I'm not drinking enough water. Like, your body should tell you these things. Like, as a woman, like, if you can't tell that your body is like screaming out for help, then you really need to like step back and take some time for yourself, because like my body will tell me everything. Like, if I'm good, that's Nala, okay? If y'all hear something, Nala on the floor. If I'm like good at drinking my water and staying on top of my shit, you know, my body will thank me for that. It will show. But if I'm like slipping on my water intake or skipping my skin routine, like, you know, once or twice, then my body will show, okay? Or if I feel like I have too many like toxins inside of my body from like not eating right or not drinking right, my body will let me know. And I will listen to my body and I will act on that. So I'm very in tune with my body. I know when something is like not right. I went and bought me some pads because my period was scheduled to come on in like the next few days or whatever. See, you gonna be in the video? Look. Bye. She's gonna turn her back to me, girl. When I bought me some pads, I was like, all right, my period finna come on or whatever. But I always break out before my period. And that should have been a sign too. Like, I always get like a pimple or two. You better not knock my ring light over. I just always do, like, and my face wasn't breaking out at all. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. I bought a lot of pads. I bought like I always buy like, it's not like the biggest bag of pads you can get, but it's a good size thing of pads, so I don't have to like keep going back, you know, so often, like to the store or whatever, because my period don't last that long anyways. When I was on birth control, my period lasted 3 days. When I got off of birth control, my period lasted 5 to 7 days, which is like regular time, which is a long time, especially coming from like 3 days, but it wasn't that long, you know. So usually it was 5 days so that my period would last. And I still got them same pads, y'all. I still got them same pads that I bought thinking I was gonna get a period, like I really thought. So I bought my pads or whatever, how I was supposed to. And I'm just waiting on my period to come. Not thinking nothing, or not even like, just not even like crossing my mind that I could have been pregnant. Like, I don't know. It just wasn't like the first thing that came to my mind when it should have been. So I'm living my life. Couple days go by, probably like 3-4 days go by. And I'm like, okay, I ain't had no period. I'm checking the app, and my period app, I'm like 3 days past the day that the app says that I'm supposed to be on it. Okay. 3 days, okay, I ain't gonna trip over 3 days. That's what I kept telling myself. That's what I kept saying to myself, literally. Like, in my head, I was like, all right, man. I said 3 days, I ain't even gonna trip on it. I said, I'm gonna let it ride out, and I'm gonna see, you know, if it's gonna come in the next 2 days or so. I was like, it's gonna come in the next 2 days or whatever. Next 2 days come, still ain't got no period. Now it's like 5 days to where I miss my period, and I don't never miss my period. Like, I never miss it. Like, my period comes on the day that it's supposed to, and it ends on the day that it's supposed to. So I say, okay, 5 days past my period. I said, now I'm finna talk to God about it. I said, now I'm finna talk to God about it. So I said, okay, I'm gonna give it 2 more days. If I'm a full 7 days, a full week of not getting my period, then I need to go take a pregnancy test. That's what I told myself. Because by this time, it's out of my hands. By this time, this is out fucking rageous, okay? 5 days without no period when my period comes every fucking month on time. It's out fucking rageous. So I'm nervous for these little 2 days. I'm like, girl, you ever begged? Let me not say girl, because I don't know who's watching this, but if you never like look forward to your period until you having a pregnancy scare. Child, I begged and begged and begged the period gods, Mother Nature, okay, whoever, to bring my period in these next 2 days. Like, I begged and pleaded for somebody to bring my period. 2 days go by and still no period. So on the 7th day, I go, I guess, to Walmart, and I buy a pregnancy test. And this pregnancy test had 2 tests in the box. They usually come with 2 tests in the box. Okay, so I'm in the bathroom. I don't tell nobody, not even my best friend yet, that I was having a scare. I didn't tell my boyfriend. I didn't tell nobody that I was having a scare. I didn't tell nobody that I missed my period for 7 days, because who business is that? Okay, that was my business. So I go into the bathroom, girl, and I take 1 out of the 2 of the pregnancy test. Now me, I'm just sitting there on the toilet looking like, because it say, you know, you got to wait 3 minutes, and I did not leave that bathroom like the whole time. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, Lord. I'm like, Lord, don't play with me right now. I said, Lord, if you make me not pregnant right now, I promise you, I won't do this no more. I won't do this no more. I looked on that stick, baby. I don't know if I was like playing tricks on myself, or if it was like a mind game, but baby, I ain't see no second line. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I did not see no second line. Like, I only seen 1 in my eyes. I guess I don't know. It's so bizarre, like, thinking on it now. Like, the line was so faint that it just looked like, I don't know. It just didn't look like 2 lines. Like, it just wasn't clear as day to me that it was 2 lines. I only seen 1 line. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the stick. I say, oh, I'm not pregnant. The first time I say, okay. And then I'm over here, you know, still sitting on the toilet, just thinking to myself. I said, let me look at that bitch again. I look at that bitch again. I say, I said, I can't tell what is given. It's not given what it's supposed to be, you know, what's supposed to be gay. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, I gotta call Sade. Sade, that's my best friend because she done had 2 kids, okay? She got 2 babies, 2 boys. So she knows how to fucking read a pregnancy test. I should know how to read a pregnancy test, but baby, that pregnancy test was playing with my mind, okay? It was playing with my mind. It was playing with my eyesight. It was playing with me. So I called Sade and I said, okay, bitch, this is exactly what I said because this is how we talk. I said, okay, bitch, I just took a pregnancy test and I'm not sure what the test says. I said, I'm so nervous. I don't know if my mind just playing tricks on me or whatever, but I do not see a second line. I told her, I said, I only see 1 line. So I'm calling you to get a second opinion because I need for somebody else to tell me, okay, bitch, it's only 1 line. Like I need for somebody to confirm that it's only 1 line. Sade say, okay, bitch, flip the camera. She said, just flip the camera, bitch. Show me. So I flip the camera and I say, bitch, what that say? I said, what you see? She said, mind you, Sade through FaceTime. I'm looking at that bitch broad in front of my face, talking about I only see 1 line. Sade said, nah, bitch, that look like 2 lines. She said, nah, bitch, that's 2 lines. She said, I see 2 lines. I said, you can't. It's no way that you can see 2 lines. She said, nah, I see 2 lines. I bust out crying, like bawling. Like I cried for a good like 30, 35 minutes. Never left the bathroom. I was in the bathroom the whole time. Sade like, bitch, it's okay. You got options, you know. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Just think about it. Basically, that's what Sade was saying. I'm just like, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? Mind you, me and my boyfriend was on real bad terms. That's why I'm crying. That's why I was crying, y'all. Like, at the time, me and my boyfriend, we weren't really getting along. And it was to the point where I was like, getting ready to pack my shit up and go. Like, that's how bad, like, we were at the time. Like, we just was not getting along. And now, like, now that I think about it, I was pregnant. This all don't hear me talking. I know y'all can hear her because she drank loud as fuck. But we just gonna wait on her. She out her damn mind. Let's sit your ass down. I didn't want to be stuck with somebody who didn't want my baby or who was just doing like real bad at the time. But now that I think about it, I was pregnant and I was already at that time over a month pregnant. I was 5 weeks when I found out. And I don't know, I guess I was just taking out everything on him because I didn't realize what was going on with me. And he was retaliating by being an asshole. Okay, I was being a bitch, he was being an ass. Okay, whatever. So that's why I was like crying so hard. So after like the 30, 35 minutes, I was in the bathroom for like a good 40, 45 minutes, almost an hour. I was in that bathroom. I did not come out. My boyfriend texts me and he like, what the hell you doing in there? That's what he said. He's like, what the hell you doing in there? And I didn't respond. So I tell Sade, I said, hey, okay, I'm just about to go take this test to DJ and ask him, you know, what he see, if he sees the same thing that you do. And if he does, then I'm just gonna ask him like, you know, what you wanna do, because you gotta have that conversation. So I take this nigga the damn pregnancy test and I show him. I say, I don't even say nothing, I just say, he talking about, what's that? I hate niggas. He talking about, what's that? I said, it's a pregnancy test, bro. I said, it looked like 1 line to me, but Sade said that she seen 2 lines. And he just sitting there looking at it and he just start giggling. Like, that's the last fucking reaction that you want from your nigga when you tell him that you pregnant and y'all on bad terms. Like, he starts fucking laughing, like giggling, like like just giggling, like just laughing. I guess he was like in shock or whatever. I don't know. My boyfriend has had he had like 2 other pregnancy scares before me. So this was like the first pregnancy that was like actually like I'm pregnant, and I guess it shook him a little bit because that nigga started laughing. I said, what the fuck you laughing for? I said, what you laughing for? I said, this not funny. I said, like, what are we gonna do? He talking about, I don't know, like, well, what you wanna do? And that's like, all he kept saying was like, whatever you wanna do is what I wanna do. Whatever you wanna do, you know, is what I, like, just, he was just trying to support me in whatever decision I made. But if I'm asking you what you want to do, stop asking me what I want to do, okay? Because I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know what I want to do. So why do you keep asking me what I want to do when I'm steady asking you what you want to do? Like, I need to know what you want to do, because whatever you want to do, that's going to affect my decision. Because I always told myself that I wouldn't abort my first child, okay? I always told myself if I was to ever get pregnant, I would like to keep my first child, because I just wouldn't be able to live with that what if. Like, I just wouldn't be able to live with, well, what would my baby look like? What would my baby sound like? My baby would have been this old today. My baby would have been, like, I just wouldn't been able to live like that. So, but I was not gonna bring a child into a situation where I know that child could not have the best life that we could have provided for the baby. Girl, sit down. Sit down. Nala, thank you. Why you doing all this walking? Get out my face. So I was like stuck between a rock and a hard place, because I did not want to abort my baby, but I did not want to bring the baby into a toxic situation. So, which is why I kept asking him, what did he want to do? Because if he was going to step up and be, I mean, he was like this eventually, because we talked about it over a few days, like, just didn't decide what we was going to do then and there. Like, it took a while for us to decide that we were going to keep the baby. So yeah, at first he was just like, whatever you decide, I'm cool with it. I support you in your decisions, basically. I said, okay. So I had really said I was not gonna keep it. I said I wasn't gonna keep it, and I told him I wasn't gonna keep it. And that was a shock to me, because I always said that I was gonna keep my first baby. But I did not want to bring a child into a toxic situation. I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to not be able to provide the child the best life that that child deserved. So I told him that I didn't want to keep it. And child, he was not having it. Like, how you going to tell me that you going to support me in my decisions, but then when I make a decision, you tell me, hell nah, I ain't gonna tell you what he really said, because my baby daddy be talking, okay? He be talking. He basically went with it whenever I told him that I don't think we should keep it. It was like the first time I told him we shouldn't keep it, I explained to him, like, we in a toxic environment, toxic situation right now. It's not like we feeling each other as much, you know? And he was like, okay, I understand. But then, like, 2-3 days later, I tell him, I say, you know, I'm gonna get ready to do the thing. And he basically told me, he told me some other shit, but he basically said, no, the fuck I'm not. Basically, he basically said, like, no, like, don't do it. He basically said, like, why would you do that, you know? So, like, he basically told me, like, he wanted to keep the baby. He did not want me to abort the baby. He wanted his first baby, because this is his first child too. And he wanted the baby, and he wanted to be there for the baby, and he was willing to, you know, work things out. If I was willing to work things out, and he was willing to, you know, we could try and build our life together as a family. So when he said that, I was like, okay. I'm not gonna be, if I have the support that I need right now, then I'm willing to keep the baby. So he went and he told his family. Just like a few days after we had found out, that's when he told his family. I told my mom probably like a week and a half, maybe like 2 weeks after I found out. Because my sister had just had a baby, so I didn't tell my mom right away. So he told his family, because I was like, if I have the support, then, you know, we can do this or whatever. He told his mom, he told his sister, he told his family or whatever. And everybody was like so happy, because everybody else got kids. He got 2 sisters. Both of his sisters got kids. And he was the last one to like have a child. And this would have been his first child. So everybody was excited for him. And they were ready for the baby. Like, everybody was excited for his baby on his side of the family. My family too, like my family, they weren't like mad about it or nothing like that, because by that time I was already moved out. Okay, I was like grown. Like, I had my own apartment, I had my own car, so they couldn't really say nothing, you know. So my mom, she was like the only one that was like, I don't think you should do that right now. But I'm grown. I was already out your house. So I took her opinion into consideration, but at the end of the day, it didn't really matter, you know, because I was already out living my life. So I was going to do whatever I wanted to do. So we ended up keeping the baby, and I was like, I like crossed my fingers and I hoped that it was a boy. I would have been happy with a girl. Our baby girl would have been beautiful. But I wanted a boy, okay? Especially for my first baby, I wanted a boy. I don't know why. I really wanted a boy. And I'm glad that we kept the baby. I'm 9 months now, and the baby is to be here in 3 weeks. Well, I'm scheduled to be induced on the 26th. And ever since, like, we decided that we was going to keep the baby, me and my boyfriend has been really good. I mean, we still argue or whatever, especially because that I'm like pregnant, you know, so I be emotional. I cry a lot, and he hates when I cry. It like upsets him when I cry. And so like I just be crying for no reason a lot of the times. I mean, there don't be no reason to me, but to him it be like no reason. So, but versus other than like little stuff like that, like we've been good. We've been on way better terms than what we were back then or whatever. And we've been good ever since. You know, we've been both happy for the baby, ready to meet the baby. He just keeps saying, I just can't wait to meet him. I just can't wait to meet him. I have not had a 3D ultrasound, so I had like a smidget of a 3D ultrasound, but the baby was so close to my placenta that she could not get a clear shot of his face at all. And he was like so close to my placenta that he was like almost kissing it, like almost kissing my placenta. That's how close he was. And we could not get him to move. Like, she was shaking me and trying to get him to move, and not like shaking me, but you know, just slightly shaking my stomach, trying to get him to push back a little bit. And he just didn't want to move. He didn't want to move. So I had got like the smallest piece of his face from a 3D ultrasound, but you can't really see his features or whatever. And it was still kind of early. She was like, come back. I had got an ultrasound when I was like I think 31 weeks, and she tried to see him with the 3D. She was like, you know, usually people get them between 32 and 36 because that's when the baby grows a lot more, has a lot more fat on him, and it'd be easier to see. But I haven't been back, and I'm now 37. I'm 37 weeks, so I'm just gonna wait it out and just see his face whenever he gets here. And it's crazy to like talk about it. I don't want to cry, okay, because I will definitely cry. It's crazy to talk about it, especially when you haven't seen the baby. And I showed my boyfriend the ultrasound, but you know, niggas can't really tell what the fuck they looking at. He can tell what he looking at on some of the pictures, but not really. Especially on that 3D ultrasound where you only can get a smidget of his face. I can kind of see his nose and his lips, but my boyfriend can't really see that. So I'm just so excited. I'm scheduled to get induced on the 26th of this month. You know, yeah, usually they would wait, you know, till you hit, once you hit 40 weeks, they would give you probably like 2 more weeks after the 40 weeks to see if the baby will come on its own before they induce you. But they recommend that I get induced because, I don't know, I guess like, she said something. She said like the baby is like too big for me. So it would just be, put me at high risk if I wait past my due date. So they scheduled to induce me the day before my due date, and hopefully I give birth the day of, which I think I will. And I think that I will have a great labor. And I think I'll be able to do it. I'm scared to do it, but I can do it. I'm just gonna close my eyes and push. And I'm getting the epidural, okay? I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, buts about it. I'm getting the epidural. I don't care, okay? This is not the motherfucking 1600s, whenever the fuck, when women had to give birth in their house with no type of medication. It's medication for a reason, okay? They made medication for it for a reason, and I will be taking that medication. You better not. Give it here. Quit chewing on my stuff, bro. But yeah, that's the story time of how I found out I was pregnant, plus my boyfriend's reaction. We're super happy. We're super excited to meet our first son. So yeah. What else I needed to say? I might film my labor and delivery. I might, so we can like keep the memories, but I'm not sure. I probably will film some clips, but it probably won't be the whole thing, but we'll see. I'm gonna try. But thank y'all for watching this video. That's it. I've been talking for 40 fucking minutes. I don't even know how that was possible, but because this story wasn't even all that long. I really just drawn this shit out. But yeah, now I'm just chatting. But that's my story time. I found out I was pregnant, and that was my boyfriend's reaction. And I can't wait to meet my first son. I can't wait to get this body back right, okay? Because once I get this body back right, okay, I'm outside. You heard me? I'm outside because I've been locked away for 9 months, okay? 9 fucking months, and I'm outside whenever I have my baby and I can get this body back right. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching my video. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. I love you. I fuck with you hard, okay? And I don't know what my next video gonna be. I know I'm gonna do like a get ready with me for labor and delivery, because I'm gonna take this wig off and get some braids. I'm gonna try and get a lash fill. I'm gonna try and get my nails short. I'm gonna try and get some short like French tips. And I'm gonna try and get my toes done before my labor and delivery, so I'm not laying up in that bed looking crazy the whole time. So yeah, but I don't know what my next video will be after this, but if you made it this far to the video, give this video a like, leave a comment, subscribe if y'all want to. And yeah, I'll see y'all in my next video. Man, I need an outro. I'll see y'all in my next video. All right, bye y'all.